Hi, I was asked to share the journey of my homeschooling adventure so far, so here goes. I never thought I would homeschool my kids. I still get the question, how in the world can you homeschool kids? How can you be with them all day long? And I was one of those moms that would ask that question of homeschoolers. But here I am. And when our daughter was in third grade, my husband and I decided we needed to pull her from public school. We had watched how our happy-go-lucky, joyful, social butterfly had become so filled with fear and anxiety and worry over tests and over school and over just the pressure that she had to deal with day in and day out. And we knew we needed to do something. And so we pulled her from public school and decided to homeschool her. I was very worried. I was scared myself, not knowing really what I was doing. But I knew I had such a peace that God was mapping this out for us and that this was the direction we needed to go. It wasn't until her fourth grade year that I joined CC, and I really haven't looked back since. It was the best decision for our family. And she was super worried about presentation every week and getting up in front of her peers, and I helped her a couple times. I got up with her the first couple times, and then after a while she got up and would present to her peers all by herself, and I got to see her come alive again. I got to see her flourish and grow and learn things that she actually wanted to learn, and it just was amazing. And so now we're going to be homeschooling her. She'll be a Challenge 1 student freshman year, and then I have a Challenge A student and a third grader. And I didn't realize that joining CC was not only for my kids, but for me too. I needed the community just as much as they did. I need friends and I need support to come around me and say, hey, you're doing a good job. Hey, I understand that. I understand because I've been there. Let me help you. Let me give you resources. And so it's been a joy and it's been a blessing to all of us because we all needed it, and we all need accountability, and we all need the support and the prayers and the help from other believers who are doing the same stuff. If I were to do something a little different, I would say, looking back, I would stress less. I tend to compare, or when I first pulled Emma out, I compared what I was teaching her at home with what she was learning in public school. And that's like comparing apples to oranges. They're learning how to take a test well, and in CC and homeschooling, we're learning at our own pace. We're learning different things. We're getting to choose some of the things we learn. It's just amazing. And I know that I would worry about, does she know enough? Am I teaching her enough? Are there gaps? And now I know that if she was behind in something, that she caught up the next year. That if there are gaps, God's gonna fill them. And so now I see, looking back, how God's hand was in it all, and how He led us to CC, and He led us to this community, and it's by His grace and His help that I am able to homeschool 3 kids and do it with joy. And so I know that if you are thinking about it and you feel the peace when you think about it, that's how I knew. Even though it was still scary, I knew, okay, God, you're in this, and I'm gonna jump. And so I did, and I continue to follow His lead, and we continue to thrive and continue to see the growth in our children. Thanks.